questions about your home and property. That number again is 513-563-1480. Now, here's Gary.
Hey, good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Rock and Roll Real Estate Hour. My name is Gary Rossignol, Cincinnati's only rock and roll realtor with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Professional Realty, and we are so happy and grateful to have you listening this morning. We're going to entertain you. We're going to bring you some great ideas, some money-saving tips. I have with me here in the studio live, no stranger to the radio, a man who has the greatest knowledge about all aspects of trash, garbage, and junk. He will clean it out, he will load it up, and he will haul it away no matter what or where. This is the one, the only, the Junk King himself, Mr. Pete McCreary.
Thanks, Gary. Wow.
How's that?
I feel kind of...
You like that?
Yeah, that's a lot of stuff to live up to, I suppose. There. Thanks
great.
for
you do great.
Me
You'll do fantastic. But first, we like to give away money.
Okay.
Gifts, actually. This is for a $10 gift card to our favorite coffee place, Starbucks.
Cool.
They're like everywhere, right?
That's everywhere.
Yeah, they're
and this
everywhere.
Is you giving away money, right?
Yep,
okay.
You got it.
Okay.
Out of my pocket to yours.
Good.
Or to theirs. Whoever can call and name for me, and call this number, 513-563-1480. Pick up the phone. Don't be shy. Whoever can name for me only two hit songs by the Supremes.
Okay.
Diana Ross and the Supremes or the early Supremes. And there's a whole boatload of them. So
I can think of one.
You grew up in the...
I can think of one real easy.
All right, we'll give them a hint. What is it?
I was thinking Baby Love was one I was
That's
thinking
one of them, but there's a whole boatload of them. I'm not going to give any away anymore. So we'll give you that one, folks. So 513-563-1480. Give us a call. Dan will answer the phone. He'll take your information, and we will get you a $10 gift card to Starbucks next week just for answering that question. Look at there. The phone's ringing off the hook already. People love the Supremes. They're just great.
The choreography's cool.
Yeah.
Back in the 70s.
Yep.
60s.
Yep. So you are Mr. Junk King himself.
That's right.
And how are they doing? Last time you were here, the time before, you had your 5th grade son, Joshua.
Yep. He's in 6th grade now,
Who claimed that he was going to take over the business someday.
Yeah, that's what he loves my job. He thinks I have the greatest job on the planet because I get BB guns and archery arrows and bows and Legos and all kinds of.
I heard a saying last night, and I sent it out to all my friends and family. If you love your job, you'll never work a day in your life.
Right.
And then last time you were on, about 3 months ago, you had Ryan, your college-age daughter, who was majoring in ballet.
Yep. At IU. Yep, she's out there.
And how are they doing?
Oh, they're great. Ryan had a really strong fall ballet program this year. She got the lead in a couple of different things out there at Jacob's School. So she's doing great, and they're practicing the Nutcracker now, so they're getting ready to perform that. Yeah.
Okay.
So
that'll be up at Indiana University?
Yeah, Bloomington. Yep.
Yeah. Well, if they're ever performing anywhere nearby, you got to let us know.
Okay. I'm sure at some point she will. So yeah,
I'd love to come and see her.
Yeah, she's amazing.
Yeah, that's fantastic, especially when you love your kids and are doing so well. And now I've got grandkids that are doing really well.
Right? Yeah, I don't have those yet,
yeah,
and I shouldn't for a while, girls. So.
Thursday night, my grandson Andrew, he was in his junior high school band concert.
Yeah,
and that was pretty cool. So he'll be freshman in high school next year, marching with the Oak Hills marching band.
Cool.
Yeah, so that is pretty neat. So you're just taking over Ohio and Kentucky, and you going into Indiana someday soon?
Well, it's actually going very well. I was actually in Lexington yesterday because we're going to start doing some work in Lexington and Louisville.
All the way down soon. There, right?
Yeah, we're going to operate a little differently and send some trucks down, and spend some time. But I was down there working with some of the transfer stations and dumps so we could get some accounts going there. So one of our largest accounts has been hoping that we would open down there for a while. So we're going to go ahead and do that.
So what about Indiana?
We do work in Lawrenceburg right now, but I'm not planning to go much further than that at this stage. So.
Yeah. Are there any kind of local or state rules or regulations that you have to follow?
The Department of Transportation, if you cross state lines with commercial property of some sort, then there are some. Our drivers aren't required to carry CDLs, and So, but the fact that my trucks are over 10,000 pounds does require that, because we cross state lines, that we do have some Department of Transportation regulations that we need to adhere to. So,
well, you'll probably cross the line weighing one weight and come back over weighing a lot more. Let's hope so, right?
That's right. That's the idea. So,
do we have a winner, Dan? We do. How about that? That's great. All right, Ted Jacobson. You guessed it, Baby Love and Reflections. Well, of course.
Okay.
We remember those two songs. So we gave away one $10 gift card. See how easy that is, ladies and gentlemen? I challenge you. I'll give away another one.
There you go.
Call us 513-563-1480. Two different Supreme songs. And you'll get yourself a $10 gift card to Starbucks. So how'd you get into, I love the story, and a lot of these folks probably didn't hear you 3 months ago or 6 months ago. You come on every 3 months or so, but, junk's not the most romantic profession to undertake.
Right.
So how did you just didn't wake up someday and say, you know what, dear, I think I'm going to go into junk.
Right. Yeah. I get asked that question a lot, and there is a process. We, as my parents aged, I've got 4 children. I'm the oldest of 3, and my wife is one of 2, but she's the only local one. And so, as our parents aged, it became increasingly difficult, more for her mom, as she was living alone, as they got into a very difficult time managing their homes. And so I have a good friend who founded a company called Everything But the House, which many people are familiar with. And so that company's just booming. And so we would just talk, Jackie.
They sell stuff.
Yeah, they're they're the world's largest online auction company, estate auction company. And so Jackie Denny, who's one of their founders, her daughter and one of my daughters used to do gymnastics together, and we would just sit and talk about stuff. And so all that was going on, and then at that time I got a call from a friend in Boston whose mom had become a hoarder later in life and asked for some help because she was kind of stuck in Boston, and I showed up and I was just overwhelmed at what I saw with this person who had at one point been a friend of ours in our neighborhood a long time back. And so I was able to help get clean. I called Jackie, and we kind of went through this whole process, and it just really dawned on me that as people age, it really was something that people need help with. And I had wanted to start a business in something that helped older people. And as I was going through that process, I stumbled across Junk King, the franchise opportunity, when it was very young. And so I love the focus on recycling. I love the way they run the corporate unit out in California. And so I bought the Cincinnati and the Dayton market, and then I later on bought the master franchise contract for all of Ohio. So it's been great. I love it.
So you have Ohio wrapped up.
I do.
You're going you're in Dayton, Cincinnati, venturing to Columbus?
Well, there is a Columbus franchise there. Yeah,
okay.
They've been there. They've been around longer than us, but they're part of the Ohio master. And then Cleveland and Akron has a guy there that I worked with to get started up there.
All right.
And so we're still looking to put one in Toledo. But,
okay.
Yeah.
So you own the franchise?
I don't own Columbus directly.
Own the state of Ohio.
I own the master contract.
Okay.
So they sort of have to come through me to get one. But yeah.
Very cool.
So
very cool. That is just fantastic. So it's obviously a lucrative business. I mean, it's just gone.
It's doing very, very well.
4 years?
5 years.
5 years.
We just wrapped up 5 years, yeah.
So I was on your website. It's a fantastic website. It's junk-king.com.
Yep.
And your phone number, that's unique too, 1-888-888-JUNK.
It's easy to remember. You almost don't have to write that one down.
Yeah, really. And for those of us who can't translate junk to numbers, it's 5865.
Right.
Yeah, I got it. Because I call it quite a few times.
Oh, good.
People coming over.
We
Some
appreciate
of my clients
that.
Say, they got this garage full of stuff. Well, actually, I tell them, I say, before getting your house ready to sell, go through each room and let's designate an area. And usually it's like the garage. So let's designate it and put all the stuff that you don't want or not going to use in there. And I tell him about you. I says he recycles about 65% of everything that he picks up, and you only charge by how much you fill the truck.
Right.
And they go, really? And I say, yeah. So
and also if you can get them to get it into the garage, my drivers have a little more flexibility. We don't necessarily have to charge our full retail price on that, because our prices include going in basements, up in attics, and all that kind of stuff, which is fine. And most people love our pricing, but if someone's trying to save a couple dollars, if they can get it to their garage, then I've got less labor, and so my drivers have a little more flexibility, just for the record.
That's
if anybody
what we do.
is trying to do that,
So, and I just found out, I was on your website, and I saw you have a dumpster rental.
Yep, we just got into that in June.
So you're in direct competition with the big one here in Cincinnati.
With Rumpke? Yeah, I'm not trying to compete with the big 30-yard dumpster drop-offs. These are really nice, residential, good-looking red dumpsters that we put out. We do recycle the items that go in there, which most dumpster companies don't, but we actually process those. And then they're designed more for residential. They've got poly wheels on the bottom, so they don't have the big steel wheels that'll crack up and scratch your driveway and things like that. So they've got poly wheels, and so it's a 12 cubic yard dumpster.
Okay.
So it's 11.5 by 7.
All right.
Perfect for small, for residential projects.
Right. Great. You have any veterans in your family?
I do. My brother, Scott McCreary, is ex-military. So
really,
yep, he was in the Army.
Army.
Yeah, he was in Germany when the wall came down.
Wow,
it's pretty
fantastic.
interesting. Yeah.
I'd like to take this moment and express my gratitude to all the active members and the veterans of the armed forces and the men and women of our police force who selflessly strive to keep our nation and city streets safe and free. We just don't give them enough recognition. So thank you. We need to go away for our first break. When we come back, we're going to talk about, is hoarding a medical or mental condition?
Good question.
We're going to delve into that and tear it apart.
Good, yeah.
You're listening to the Rock and Roll Real Estate Hour on 1480 WDJO Cincinnati.
The house is a rockin', don't bother knocking. Yeah, the house is a rockin', don't bother knocking. Yeah, the house is a rockin', don't you bother, come on in.
Junk King is your full-service junk and debris removal service and the greenest junk removal business in the tri-state. Recycling up to 60% of everything they haul. From a single TV to hot tubs, sheds, basement cleanouts, and commercial hauling, Junk King can haul it all. No worry, your on-site estimate is always free. Serving all of Greater Cincinnati, Dayton, and Northern Kentucky. Call 1-888-888-JUNK. That's 888-888-5865. Or look them up on the web, junk-king.com.
Hey, everyone.